Welcome back to Appliance Educator. I'm Matt.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're going to show you two different ways how to clean your oven. I'm going to show you a pretty easy way that uses one ingredient, and it's kind of lazy, but that's the way I like it.
And I'm going to show you a different way that involves a little bit more scrubbing, but still easy and with household items.
If you want to go the extra step, you can combine both of our methods for the ultimate clean oven. Stay tuned. So we've had our oven to temperature at 450. It's only been about 20 minutes. You want it to go for about 45 to 60 minutes, but let's take a look inside to see how it's working. As you can see, the steam's rising off of it a little bit. What you can do with a spray bottle is spray the sides of the oven, which will cause more steam. And that will help release a lot of the gunk and the grease on the inside of your oven. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for another 20 minutes. And after that, we'll let the oven cool down. And from there, you'll be able to wipe off all of the grease and gunk on the inside of your oven. Okay, so we've had the oven on for 45 minutes at 450 degrees. We turned it off, we let it cool down. Now all you need to do is take a semi-damp rag and go on the inside and start wiping down all the steam and grease. A lot of the gunk will come off right away, but there will be harder spots on there depending on how much cooking you've done. So if you don't get most of it off, or if there's big pieces you can't get off with this method, then stay tuned for Nick's method on how to clean your oven.
All right, so I'm going to show you some safe alternatives to chemicals to clean your oven with. And the first part we're going to use is baking soda. Baking soda is great for pulling up gunk in all sorts of situations. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 parts of baking soda. You just want to make sure that each part is semi-even to the next part. And then you'll add 1 part water. So if you're using, like I am, tablespoons, you'll use 4 tablespoons of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of water. So we'll mix this up so it gets nice and paste-like. And this amount should cover your whole inside of your oven. All right, so the first step is to remove your racks. And if you have really dirty racks, it's really easy to get them clean by just putting them in a bucket of water or a sink filled with warm water and some soap. Let that sit for about an hour, all the scum and gunk should get off. So now we'll take our baking soda paste and we'll just dabble it on a sponge and let it rub around and coat all the messy spots in your oven. So we've let our baking soda mixture sit in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes. And now all we're gonna do is give it a nice scrub. For some really tough gunk and grime, you can use a plastic scraper and just give it some nice scrapes. And also squirt it down with some apple cider vinegar or white vinegar will really help too. All right, so that about does it. Our oven's looking great, and all we used was some all-natural products in our kitchen.
Thanks for watching. hopefully this video was informative on a couple different methods on how to clean your oven. Nick, how did you feel yours went?
I felt mine went very well. The gunk came off pretty easily after the baking soda soak.
Yeah. I feel like for my method, you really want to do that if you clean your oven often or you just cooked something recently.
Yeah, it definitely, it worked, but for the really tough stuff, I would go with the baking soda for sure.
Absolutely. With the baking soda and the vinegar, you really want to avoid chemicals in your oven. Again, just because you're cooking your food in there, anything you put in your oven to clean it will leach out into the food you cook. So if you're using chemicals, they may do a good job cleaning it up, but those will be around your food, whereas baking soda and vinegar are pretty harmless.
Yeah, and this is also a better step than most self-cleaning ovens because self-cleaning ovens can cause a lot of smoke and a really awful stench.
Yeah. So if you liked the video, leave a like. If you thought one method worked better for you, if you did them both, leave a comment down below.